These inserts are actually aluminum?
billet.
Yeah.
6061 billet.
Wow.
We machine each groove in 30 thousandths deep, and then they get black epoxied, and then we burnish off the top, and then we clear coat the whole piece.
You'd never know that much went into that.
No. And the one thing that we've really worked at, and if you stand here and look, and I'm a little prejudiced because I was involved with it, it looks like it fits, or it's supposed to be that way.
Absolutely.
But if you take this isn't dimensionally the same size as a stock 63.
It couldn't be.
It's-
Its proportions would be
Right,
off.
the proportions were off. These notches, you know, we left this in our mold, and on a light color car, we can show you one in back.
You actually darken it.
We airbrush a shadow in there so they look like they open.
Huh.
And but dimensionally, this door is not the same as a stock one because it didn't fit this size.
Sure.
Like the scoops in the side are, you know, it's the same design, but dimensionally they're shorter. Everything's
Everything
different.
had to be different,
And we
sure.
tried to get everything in proportion to where it
Sure.
fit and didn't look out of place.
Wow.
The back windows, that was a major part of the
I
design.
would think.
And they're laminated, they're tinted, the same tint as the factory. The black around it they call the frit is all silk screened on in the glass production. It's got the dot matrix around the edge, how it fades in. We did everything. What I tell people, OEM is our least tolerance. It has to be OEM or better is what our standards are.
Wow. Did you sit inside yet?
No, that's you. I couldn't do that. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to
We've got
you.
the keyless entries are laying in there. You can start it up.
That's what this is all about?
Yep. There's driver 1 and driver 2.
So this just has to be in the proximity of the vehicle.
Yeah, you can leave it in your pocket or your purse. Just leave it in the vehicle. Driver memory package for driver 1 and driver 2. This is your easy exit seat button. Of course, your power outside mirrors, your mirror selector. It's in the center. That'll lock this
We had a
back.
couple in from Texas Sunday that we're building one for.
Of course,
They're doing a
the
black
power
one,
outside windows
and they
and the-
couldn't decide on wheels and tires.
Switch.
And
If the
she
battery
walked up
goes
and
dead,
saw these. She
you have
says,
a
"This is what I want." Her husband said, "Well, do you want to look at the other ones?" She said, "This is what
I
I want."
There's also one in the front.
I can have see that.
Oh, gosh.
It's pretty similar. Yeah.
George saw this car on the internet and fell in love with it and couldn't get it out of his mind. He could not get it out of his mind.
We're under C
When
five,
I
it's in the
guess
center
I don't know if he
console.
told you,
Here's
but
your
last
patch for the
2 weeks
rear.
ago he went to Salt Lake City and bought a split window, another split window, but he couldn't get this one out of his mind.
You
You know,
have
if
your,
you want to drive one a
heads
little
up
and
display is
enjoy it,
over here.
it's the
This is
only
only way to go.
only way.
Yeah.
What I tell people is, if you get in, and you're not being from this area, but you just came from that way. If you get in a '63 Corvette and want to go to Omaha, when you get to the mall on the west side of
You're
town,
done.
you're ready for a break. You drive this to Omaha, you say, "What the hell? Let's go to Denver." You know, I mean, it's
Here's your
That's right. He gets exhausted. We would take our 63 on rallies and he said, "This is so exhausting."
and the fun part of it is,
auto on headlights.
it's modern, it's convenient, it's comfortable. But and if you're used to driving old cars and getting looks, it doubles in
Oh,
this
I
one.
know. I
5,000
know.
miles on the vehicle.
We had a ZR1 here. I've got an 11-year-old boy,
And what,
and I took the ZR1 and drove it for a couple of days. And I went to ballpark and picked him up at ball practice, and I thought, you know, we'll really be king stuff here.
It had, I think,
People just thought run a black
4,990
Corvette. But if I drive one of these, he is, everybody remembers. You see that car Jake
Yep.
was
Did you
in?
see that car? Did you see
But
that
when I
car?
drive anything else, it's just a
It's
car.
just a car. Just a car.
Seat switches are in the center. They still work on both sides.
The one thing, and it's not a negative, but it's something you have to deal with, is wherever you drive it,
of the
plan on a
climate
crowd
control
and
button.
having to talk a lot
On the other-
because
this side over here,
everybody,
that'll turn it on and
you know,
off.
they know
They know.
they know it's
They
not.
know it's different.
They know it's something, but
It's
they're not sure
something.
what.
Yeah, they know it's different.
You know, did you put a late model windshield on a
got your
63 or they're just not sure.
They're not
what's
sure
going
what's
on.
going on.
But
There
there's
is a
something.
separate
They know
Yeah.
there's
for
something.
the eastern
gas or lube?
half of the U.S. in the center console.
Is that off the little one?
Is already loaded in.